And to politics now, and it's a done deal, says President William Ruto as he welcomed KANU into the broad-based government after KANU party leader Gideon Moi dropped out of the upcoming senatorial by-election in Baringo County. The two leaders chose to announce their alliance at Kabarak in Nakuru County, the home of Kenya's second president, the late Daniel Moi. And as NTV's South Rift editor Bridget Ngana reports, the meeting of the younger Moi and Ruto seems like a fulfillment of the late President Moi's statement that KANU will rule for 100 years.
My good brother, how are you, Mangidi?
With a handshake and a hug, political brothers sired by Kenya's longest-serving president, the late Daniel Arap Moi met in Kabarak to cement a pact that had been agreed upon at State House, Nairobi. The arrival of President William Ruto in Kabarak marking an end to KANU's 23-year tenure in the opposition called a year shy of the exact number of years KANU ruled under the late President Moi. For President Ruto, both him and Gideon attribute their political careers to the mentorship of the late President Daniel Moi.
So, as my brother keeps here, akitukaribisha hapa nyumbani kama kitinda mimba wa mzee Moi, mimi pia kama kitinda mimba wa Moi wa siasa, mimi nawakaribisha nyumbani.
The Kabarak meeting coming a day after Gideon failed to submit his nomination papers at the IEBC offices in Kabarnet, Baringo County, a move that sent the Independence Party into a frenzy. The UDA candidate Vincent Chemitei would have faced off with Gideon in the upcoming by-election, but the president prevailed upon the young Moi to abandon the race.
I was prepared for the election. You were also prepared. But the president knows why I never made it to the ballots.
For Gideon, his return to Baringo's political scene was about the unfinished business he had left behind following his 2022 general election loss. But for Ruto, Gideon's withdrawal from the race was about unifying the greater Rift Valley region and the nation.
I had some unfinished business in Baringo, incomplete roads, dams. That is why I decided to vie and to look for the people of Baringo to support me.
And that's the reason I have looked for my brother Gideon to come and help me pull this country out of the third world so that we can have a progressive country.
KANU leaders have dismissed allegations that the oldest party in the country has been bought out by the ruling party.
Msijifikirie tumekuja kuvunja chama cha KANU. Tumekuja kuiweka nguvu. Tumekuja kuingiliana na rais.
The president terming his truce with Gideon as a rebirth of KANU.
Mimi nataka tukubaliane na nyinyi. Mkubali ili sasa tuwe na formal engagement kati ya KANU ndio ili KANU sasa iwe part of the government of Kenya.
What has happened here in Kabarak is more or less the coming of full circle to the dreams of the late second president of the country, Daniel Moi. And we've seen the unity that has been brought about by President William Ruto, who has now accepted into his fold the son of the late President Moi, Gideon Moi. And he has hinted that KANU will be more or less very visible in the government in the coming days. Bridget Ngana, NTV from Kabarak, Nakuru County.